Everybody, what's going on? Brother John here. Welcome to God Talk, where we just, I don't know, sometimes just throw a topic out there or a question, just to spur some conversation, provoke some thought, and we take it from there. So right now we got in the room Adam, Laura, we got Lycos Williams, Ruben, Goldstein, and the topic for today is UFOs and aliens. I don't know if Ruben didn't get a chance to see the link that I shared as a trailer to the video. I know it's about 25 minutes long, but I guess kind of gave me the idea. Let's have the conversation. Um, so there's this guy. He's the former defense minister of the Canadian Forces um, back in the 60s. His name is Paul Hellyer, and he claims that um, there is proof that there's at least four types of different species of aliens. Uh, Now, I'll tell you the truth that when I figure, okay, here's a guy who's the head of the Canadian Forces, authority figure, perhaps, you know, there's some credibility to it, and he doesn't get, and so I was a little disappointed, I'll tell you the truth, because um, there was one mention where he says about 4 or 8 minutes into the video that and this is what just did it for me. He actually said that the Star of Bethlehem was one of God's aliens, God's UFOs. Excuse me, that's what he said, God's UFO. And so I was like very hard to hear him after that, because all he did was really claim a lot of interviews and talking to this person, really didn't drop no names. Um, and he also gone on to say that that these aliens, most of them have their philosophies of non-interference. That there's been warnings from them and the such. So I don't know if you guys heard anything about that story or similar stories, but um, so what's your feelings on UFOs, aliens? Do you think they exist? And what would be your reasoning? Anybody want to start?
Well, in terms of life on other planets, there is no doubt in my mind they exist. I would even go as far to say there's probably advanced technological life out there that is colonizing other worlds. However, I draw the line when the fact that they get here. I'm not sure we got there yet. These things about alien abductions and seeing UFOs, until we have sufficient physical proof, in my opinion, I'm just going to chalk it up to misidentification and hallucination.
Okay. So anything short of like say a UFO landing in your backyard and you're saying hello to them. uh,
I'm not sure if I'm that concrete, just something that would be, that is not fake. And I know there is a percentage of UFO reporting that we cannot explain right off the bat, and it's those that I'm interested in. And is what I'm looking in to try to find out the truth.
right. Yeah, I mean I've seen some video and I mean it looks pretty. Some of it looks pretty compelling. I mean there's tons of it you can look at. Some are very obscure. It could be anything. But and then you got, of course, you're dealing with technology of video editing and all that kind of thing. Anyone? Hey, Michael, how you doing? Michael and Grant, how you doing? Welcome to the room.
It's a beautiful life.
Yes, it is, and we only got one. So, anyone else want to add anything on aliens? Their thoughts or beliefs?
Oh, I totally believe in them. 1,000%. I'm not even. I believe more in aliens than I do in religion. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they've been with us for hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years. I think they've been looking over us, Some people believe it's us in the future. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but there has to be. It's pretty arrogant to think that we're the only creation that's out there, and yet the universe is infinite and vast, and so. And there's countless people who have, very compelling stories, and of course there's, those that are just looking and seeking attention, but so many people have lost time, and I don't mean in a drunken stupor. Like 45 minutes, an hour and a half, feel like they're, have found puncture wounds on their body. And it's thousands of counts that are very similar in nature. Like, so, is it everyone's hallucinating the same? I highly doubt it.
Yeah, this guy I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you did you get to see the trailer, but this guy Paul Hellyer, defense minister of former defense minister of the Canadian Forces, he
Yeah.
says the same thing. That he says that yeah, the aliens have been around for a millennia, observing us and visiting us. You know,
Well, many people believe all the technology that we're enjoying in front of us right now is a byproduct of the us manipulating and duplicating technology that we have found, and some even believe that they live among us, that we are like hybrids of, they've been mutating with us for thousands of years. And I don't know, it's one of those things, you either believe or you don't. It's almost like religion.
yeah.
um, I am 1,000% in. So if there was like I'm a UFO thumper. If there's like Bible thumpers, I'm a UFO thumper. There you go. Yeah. So
Yeah. It,
that's
does, it does seem like well, okay. Well, let me get a couple other perspectives, especially because I know Grant's an atheist, and because we can make that kind of correlation there,
Yeah.
between belief in aliens and belief in God. Uh, yeah, Grant, do you want to share anything?
Oh, I just chatted it. Sorry, I got a lot of fans on again. They're replacing my air conditioning right now. But um,
It's
I
okay. It's
think,
not so bad.
yeah, I think it would be ridiculous to not believe that life evolved out there somewhere with all the, I forget what they said, like sextillion possible stars and all the planetary systems that could revolve around them. It would be insane not to believe that there's other life out there, but I haven't seen anything that has evidentiary support to say, yeah, they visited here. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm totally outside the realm of possibility of accepting that. I mean, I would just need to see something that would say, oh, well, there it is. Kind of like religion.
Yeah. Well, there was a thing called the Drake equation in 1961, and this guy made the probability of life out there, and he had numbers anywhere from 1,000 to 100 million possibility of planets having life in the Milky Way alone. And I went to see how big the Milky Way is, and it's pretty friggin' big. You're
I
talking
think it's half a million stars.
100,000 to 200,000 light years in diameter. And
right.
that's just the Milky Way. So I mean, 1,000 to 100 million possible planets with life is not too far fetched.
Yeah, and so far from our searching, from what I understand, every time we examine a star closely, we find a planetary system. And from what I understand, it's somewhere between 3 and 10% of the stars that we examine actually have a planet that falls into what they call the, human range, where the distance is there and the, possibility of the sun being the right size for our water and atmosphere and all that crap, right distance away from it. I forget what the term is, but it's 3 to 10% of all the planets they found so far fall into that could support life range.
Right. Um, Hey, Heavy, how you doing? Welcome to the room.
Hey y'all, popped in for a little bit to see what was going on.
We're talking about UFOs and aliens tonight, or at least maybe the first 30 minutes.
Okay, you have this thing about yeah. I guess it's good to warn people. For the first 30 minutes, we will be on topic and everything will be cool. After that is every man for himself.
Yeah, you know,
Pro wrestling
I
after that.
I try to do something to spur something on. Do you have any thoughts on the topic of UFOs and aliens? Do you believe that there's life on other planets? I mean,
Um,
how strong is that belief?
it seems like I would like to think that there is other life out there besides us. I mean, let's face it, the universe is pretty freaking big, you know. So there's bound to be more life out there. I don't know if it'd be like us, but there's bound to be out there because they find organic molecules like in the big dust clouds and stuff like that, out in space. So somewhere there's bound to be something else out there besides us.
Do you think we've been visited by aliens? Do you think
Uh,
these sightings?
personally, no, but I can't prove or disprove it, so it's just an opinion.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get him. I'm gonna get him to fly by your house tonight. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
If I saw one or we, saw it live, they're flying over something, we go, oh wow, and then we go, oh shit, do they want to do they want to eat us or help or something? What was that Twilight Zone? To serve man.
Oh yes, I remember that.
It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. At the end.
You know,
Yeah.
I wonder what the correlation would be between the belief on aliens between atheists versus, say, Southern Baptist fundamentalists. Because I know a lot of them stick to the belief that, the entire spectrum of the universe was created just for man and man's the only life in it. And most of the atheists I know pretty much are open to the idea that there's aliens out there, but don't think they've visited Earth.
Give me a moment. I did want to address somewhere like that. You're a step ahead of me, but right before that, I want to give Adam a chance if he wants to give his opinion.
Sure, yeah. I think that the possibility of some kind of living organism, even within like the solar system, is pretty likely. As far as like advanced intelligent life forms, I think within the entire galaxy, it seems ridiculous to think that we're the only living creatures. I think it's a lot more reasonable to assume that there's a lot of life, not the other way around. Um, I think as far as intelligent aliens coming to the planet Earth, I don't think there's any evidence of that, and I think anyone that believes that is. I think that there are experiences though that people have, like people have, um, like someone mentioned losing time and stuff like that. Humans seem to experience these types of things on a regular basis, see things that look like flying saucers and stuff. So I think that there is some other interesting phenomena going on, but I don't think that it's extraterrestrials visiting us or anything like that.
Now, see, this is where I find it very interesting. Okay, and it's this. Okay, I think we have two, three atheists in the room, and they all pretty much said the same thing. That yes, there's probably, the math is there. There's probably life on Earth. We have some evidence, of molecules and water or whatever. Okay, you'll believe that it has to be the possibility of life, but yet are very skeptical of any kind of visitation or UFO sightings, and I find that kind of interesting. Why
Well,
is that?
oh,
Why is
sorry.
that?
I was going
But
to add
then,
one. I was going to add one little thing. Um,
but
I,
wait a
I,
second.
I, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
but then
sorry.
you relate that to belief in God. You know what I'm saying? Like Grant was saying, you like to see the correlation. I would tend to think that most Christians was, they like to think like, we're the center of the universe kind of deal. So I would tend to think that most would not believe in aliens. But I find that, here, just in our small group, that the atheists believe that there can be, that there's sufficient enough evidence for them to think that there is life, but no visitation. So I find that kind of, I don't know, strange.
To me, it's the the distance. It would be so far away that I think it's very unlikely. And the time span, there's such a huge amount of time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I'm with you, Adam, on that. Even if there were civilizations that had broke the light barrier and somehow could, make these humongous leaps across the galaxy in seconds, wormholes or whatever, the galaxy is so big, probably be pretty hard to find other civilizations because, just for the size and the distance and everything.
Well, what if like this guy Paul Hellyer, like I mentioned earlier, now he's claiming, okay, that there is alien species as close as Venus, Mars, or even a moon on Saturn. Say if that's the case, I mean, then they wouldn't be so far away.
Are those intelligent beings or just little organisms? Like
No,
little,
he's making the claim, okay, that there are at least four types of species, one even being called the tall whites, that live, that are coming from these planets.
We probed those areas. We got stuff floating around all the time out there.
Okay, about an underground.
And that kind of precludes the possibility that they're visiting us.
Yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of it to me is extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Amen.
But the tendency though is for the atheist, to believe that, it almost seems you'll give more credence to the possibility of aliens than, okay, God. You're still lacking evidence. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It might be because there's more sightings and more filmage every day, and it's more talked about than.
But they don't believe that. I mean, some of the people here are not believing the sightings, that they're just hallucinations or something.
Well, I can explain the time part, the distance. Some people believe they've learned how to manipulate time and space. So, kind of like what we know as a wormhole, but they use it through vibrationally. They can think of a spot and be at that spot. And that's supposedly how they do it. There's all kinds of people who supposedly channel them, but totally believe that they've been amongst us for like thousands of years, helped us with technology. I think they're observing us. I think at times they're pretty upset with what we've been doing with the planet and the way we treat each other and use our resources, but I don't think most of them are malicious. Some people believe there's up to 12 different species that have come here.
Do you know what the great attractor is?
Reuben. They all want to meet Reuben.
Isn't that why we're here?
Well, they're all waiting for the moment he speaks. Right? That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for the words, the wisdom, the vastness, the message of life.
Yeah, I am very skeptical we have ever been visited or even will be visited, to be honest.
Tonight.
No. But like I said, that's just me. That's well. I'm still going by how big the universe is, though. It's just one of those things. But as far as life out there, I would be surprised if there wasn't more intelligent life in the universe. Of course, you may never know.
I think Heavy kind of hit the nail on the head when he said that wonderful S word, skeptical. And the reason why a lot of people, a lot of atheists are saying, at least in this room, are saying we don't believe it is because we have turned our skepticism beyond just the claims of religion. We're like, okay, someone comes up with a claim saying they saw Bigfoot in their backyard. Okay, prove it. And same thing with aliens.
I will make one confession.
I think Michael refers to Bigfoot as Sasquatch, if I'm not mistaken. He's Canadian.
It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. I was confused the whole time. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm going to make a confession, though. When I was around the time I graduated from high school, I was real big into Chariots of the Gods. I mean, I was buying all these books on ancient aliens and Atlantis and all this. I was really into this stuff, so heavy. And talking to people about it, and I was almost fanatical about it, really. And then one day it struck me as like, okay, well, there's no real evidence for this. I'm just getting so caught up in this and wanting to believe it was true. And then one day I was like, no, nope, and never went back to it.
I wanted to ask Grant, what is the great attractor? I didn't forget about you.
There's a link for it. It's some supermassive heavy object that's pulling the Milky Way as well as several other galaxies at incredible speed towards it. Like, it's ultimately where we'll end up if our sun, doesn't go out first. One of the things I was mentioning about, I think a lot of people fail to think about just how big space is. I mean, yes, if there's going to be anybody traveling from anywhere to anywhere, it'll be from another star within our own galaxy. But, from another galaxy that's a whole nother problem, just because of how fast we're moving apart from other galaxies and how fast we're moving towards other things. I mean, we're in sync with some things and out of sync with some things. If you tried to draw a map of space and encompass where, all the galaxies are into relation to each other, you'd have to change that weekly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things, though, that even though we may not believe, or some of us may not believe we'll ever be visited, though, is, if we stop and think, though, what would happen or how would we react if it did happen? If all of a sudden they were here, and everybody knew they were here, what would happen then? How would we react?
I honestly think that's going to happen soon.
Yeah, and how would we react, though, as a nation or a planet or whatever?
Oh, probably
something like that.
A lot of panic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to this video this interview again, and this guy again mentioned that during the Cold War, that near Russia, that there was a sighting of 50 UFOs that was claimed, and that they were about to push a panic button. I don't know whatever that meant, if they were going to shoot nuclear weapons at them or not. And then they turned around and went back towards the North Pole. There was a whole supposedly a 3-year investigation into this, and they concluded that it was unidentified flying objects. It wasn't any kind of other military.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, if the entire world saw an event, or saw them here, not just a few little vague clips on video or someone's cell phone, or, well, I saw this, I saw that. No, but everybody sees it and everybody knows it's real. Then where do we go from there?
What if they do have a philosophy of non-interference and they don't want to do such an event like that because they know how much that would impact the civilization? I mean, just think about, like, back in Star Trek, they would the Prime Directive,
Oh yeah.
What if they have something like that going on, and they are just, it's just these random sightings to certain people, or maybe to government officials, to who knows?
There went one.
Is somebody on the highway?
No, somebody went by on
It sounded like Jesus freak on his motorcycle. Damn.
Somebody went by on a motorcycle on my road.
I sometimes wonder, though, if someone in the government, and they probably have done it, have actually sat down and got some people together, psychiatrists and scientists, and said, okay, what will we do, or what will the governments do in the event that this happens? I think, I would like to think, though, that they have seriously considered the event. What would happen? What would we do? What resources do we have? Stuff like that.
They're already in contact with them. Period.
Okay.
They have.
Call me skeptical.
No, and part of the reason that we're even able to talk about it now, and it's on the the TV all the time, is they're basically spoon feeding everyone. So if it does happen soon, we're not going to have a complete freak out.
I'm sure there'll still be a freak out.
Well, no less if Jesus, put himself in Central Park and started floating around. It's like.
So you think
we'd probably think he was an alien, So.
Yeah.
You think we're kind of being we're being weaned into this?
Absolutely.
getting the into our psyche ever since whatever the 50s, or I don't know how far they've been making Hollywood movies on UFOs, but that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but for years, pilots had seen them and were told, don't say anything. If you value your job, if you value your career, if you don't want to be the laughing stock, we're just going to deny it. It's been going on for, ever since we've been flying, there's countless sightings by multiple pilots, by people who are credible, who are not insane. But I find it very scary and interesting at the same time. In the last couple of years, the awareness now from the average person is pretty intense, which means there's all kinds of information being okayed through channels. And the government, if they don't want something out there, they make sure it doesn't get out there. They are weaning us. That's a nice way of saying it. Exactly. And it is coming. As I sooner more so than later. Anybody got a rebuttal on that, or?
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying because I thought but like this guy again. I'm gonna go back to the interview. You think he's kind of credible because he was higher up in the Canadian forces. And then the thing that shot down a lot of his credibility to me was then he goes on to say, you probably heard, some of you didn't hear it earlier, that the Star of Bethlehem mentioned in the Bible was one of God's UFOs. I mean, he just like threw that in there. I'm like, okay.
Yes, it's like with the Loch Ness Monster and Sasquatch and stuff. There is no real evidence that I have seen. And now I'm going to sort of flip this around a little bit, though.
Okay.
There are a lot of crackpots out there that will fake evidence, and they'll say, "Oh, here's a video I shot of a fleet of UFOs," and it's Christmas ornaments, on the strings and stuff. Now, see, you've got this group that are faking so much and kind of throwing people off that if there was some real legitimate evidence, you'd probably be more or less likely to pass it off as some kind of trick photography or something. I've seen some things on YouTube where someone did some stuff of UFOs flying overhead and the camera's following them. You got trees going by and people are looking up and everything, and it looks so real, but it was a 3D thing. But most other evidence or videos or pictures are kind of indistinct or whatever, not quite so good.
And they can't learn to focus on whatever the object they're trying to film.
Yeah, like people with their cameras take quick, with their cell phones, take film or video of events or something. Oh my God, look at that! Click, and they start filming it or taking pictures, and something they can sell this stuff to news shows or broadcasters and stuff. It's suitable for television.
Right, but they've had footage since the 50s and the 60s, and none of this technology was around. And they've examined these footage and go, yeah, but we don't know what that is, and from what we can figure out, the rate of speed is beyond anything we have now. The other thing is, how do you explain the pyramids, how they were built?
People are pretty intelligent.
They put that to rest a long time ago, from what I remember.
Yeah. See, that's something else. Is that some of this stuff, and like what some Christians do with the Bible, is they say like mankind is useless, we're dumb, we're stupid, we can't stand on our own 2 feet and survive and do some really awesome things. And so you get that kind of from the people that believe in aliens helping us in the past, and also from the Bible, is that we're worthless. We can't do anything on our own, but we can. And that's the thing that kind of gets me about both views, is that we're not intelligent enough to do some really awesome things, like the pyramids.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I really hate about these ancient aliens. It takes away human ingenuity, human craftsmanship.
Definitely.
We weren't idiots. The physics back then are the same as the physics today. It's possible. It's just we are looking at it through modern eyes and like, how could you do that with that technology? Well, it was possible. If it wasn't, we probably wouldn't have the pyramids.
That's exactly my point. And I believe that we were assisted.
Nah. Anyway, next subject. We're not going to agree, so what's next?
Yeah.
It is fascinating to talk about, though.
So what would do it for you? You know, to believe that we were visited? Would it have to be a personal encounter, or would it have?
Wow. Oh, I have no idea, really. It just, I don't know. That's like saying, what would convince me that God was real? I don't know.
What
What if
what
there?
if? How
Would
about
there? Go ahead, Michael.
here's a mind bender for you. There are people who believe that aliens are God.
Well, that's kind of like go back like Prometheus, like the god, Greek god or whatever, and then the movie, that we were started from someone came down and began life on Earth. I've heard that for a good while though. Yeah.
Honestly, I was going to try to avoid that. The fact that a lot of
Ooh.
Christian fundamentals think that they're demons.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm on fire every week, and I'm a spiritual guy. So you know what? It doesn't matter. I've been burned on the stake about 19 times in the last 3 weeks. So
Oh my goodness.
you know, you're filthy. You believe that Oprah stuff. You're burning. You're burning. Oh! And I'm like,
Now,
"Oh,
Michael, you're assuming that you were put out. I think you're still burning.
I am. Oh, you know what? I've been burning so long, I don't even know I'm burning now. I do look a little red.
Gotten used to it, yeah. Hey, look at my nice tan. That's not tan, that you're being barbecued.
That is the best point you've said today. Wow! Oh my!
I want to give John. I want to give him a chance. I see in the text you said there are billions of stars and trillions of planets. How can someone not believe in aliens? But do you believe that we've been visited? Do you believe that there are UFO sightings?
I don't know. I think it's possible. I don't know. I always been fascinated in those. I know people call them crazy, but what's that show on the History Channel with the guy with the funny hair? And I don't know. I always found him convincing for some reason.
Ancient aliens, like we're.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Reuven, what's that passage again from the Talmud about aliens?
Hmm.
I think there was some battle in Israel, and they called upon these people from another planet to come, but they didn't. So God destroyed them, or something like that.
I think you lost us all there.
That does not ring a bell at all.
Yeah, I don't know. He posted a link. But
There was-
what would it
sorry.
take? Like, would it take like a? If you would it take like say the mainstream media to say, okay, we've been visited. Here's they'll show a picture of I don't know. You would have to see the UFO on the Rose Garden or something like that. And I mean, is that what would it take? Like mainstream media reporting it and meeting with a picture meeting with the politicians. I mean, does it take that much evidence for you guys?
I don't know, even then it'd probably be, you'd still be skeptical. Well, I'm saying that because
There's no pleasing you.
if somebody came up with some kind of news report and footage and stuff, see, there's special effects have come a long way, and you can do stuff that looks so real.
So nothing short, again, like the same thing, say the light goes, nothing short of them landing in your backyard, right, and coming out and saying, "Hey, Heavy, how you doing? Let's have a pizza."
Well, I think what it would be is the initial broadcast. I'd be like, "What?" But then we start seeing more and more and more, and then that would tend to start convincing me. Because it wasn't like a prank or something. It just continues, and more stuff is shown. Then I'm like, whoa.
So what if they landed on the White House and there was multiple craft and they boot out Obama and sit in there and go, "We are your leader," and Heavy.
Anything's better than Obama.
Well, first off, I'd go up to him and say, "Wait, I didn't vote for you."
and Heavy.
What took you so long?
Come on over for a pizza. We got a job for you.
No, I was just going, don't take out my internet, please.
No, we'll just take out your organs. But life is good.
So, Brother John, Reuven posted a comment down in the description there. You have any thoughts on that?
Which one?
About the ancient Jews believing in aliens?
Oh, that was now Talmud. Is that the Jewish Bible or the
It's oral Torah.
Let me read it for our YouTube audience, even though I have 0 viewers right now. But the Talmud tells us that the people of Miraz, in Judges 5:23, were punished for not coming to the aid of Deborah. Miraz is either the name of a planet or star. This implies the ancient Jews accepted aliens. Miraz is not any recognized human language. Miraz, I have to look into that. It's interesting, though.
Yeah, I'm looking that up too.
Could have made up the name, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, they're good with that.
But Heavy, you never did answer the question.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Repeat it, please.
Okay. It got funny because I booted out Obama. But if see, now he's losing it again. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I think that brings you joy. All right. So the aliens come, they land, they boot Obama out, they sit down, they can barely see them because the desk is so low, like this. Hello, we come to take over. You know, I don't know what their voice is. Probably more. It's supposedly more like clicks, like. We've come to get Reuben. The wisdom is too much. I don't know. Would that be enough? Would that be enough for you?
Probably the first time I saw it, I'd be doubtful. But as they showed more and more, like okay, yeah,
more and more.
Well, you know, like
it wasn't a trailer for a movie.
I'm just talking about the first initial broadcast or whatever, you know. But if they followed up with more reports, and yeah, that would do it.
He wants them to kick out Congress too.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. I am having a eureka moment.
Okay.
There may be proof here. Follow me on this. It's a little far-fetched, but you know how the Christians, they tend to think that the Bible revolves an awful lot around our sexual organs and what we should and shouldn't do with them?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Aliens, you know, that anal thing always going on. Well, I'm just saying, maybe there's some correlation there.
Take me back to a South Park episode now.
What
I think that was the first one.
Oh, we're such a classy bunch, aren't we?
I know.
Reuben said God already gave the aliens laws to live by.
You know, that was something I want to go back to Christianity for a moment, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the Bible it says Christ died once for all men. So I'm assuming, you know, everybody. So if there are intelligences out there,
mm-hmm.
so are they perfect or are they sinful as well? I mean, did they have a fall?
That's always my question to the Christians who believe in alien life on other planets. Does that mean that Jesus has to die over and over again?
Yeah, or did he come here because we're so extra special and he did it once, but that applied to all the races across the galaxy? You know, I mean, it sounds kind of stupid, but it was something I seriously used to think about when I was a Christian. If there were intelligent aliens races out there, you know, surely they were not perfect. I mean, it was from my point of view anyway. And so if they had souls and they were sinful, did Christ die for them, or did he go there to die for them, or just what was the thing?
Well, Reuven posted the answer. Jesus died for the cosmos, the universe. It's mistranslated. Like when it's Bible, I think Reuven helped me out. Isn't like it's not the world. Like it's mistranslated. It's supposed to be the cosmos. Jesus died, not the universe.
So then, out of all the intelligences across the universe, we're the best or something because it happened here. Is that what that means?
Yeah, but how?
Not elsewhere. How would they know though if it happened? You know, there'd have to be some kind of revelation for them too from God.
Didn't the Pope come out like last year and said, "Oh well, maybe it was the last Pope that said he was going to start baptizing aliens or something"? Remember that? You don't remember? Anyone remember that?
No. But that was something I used to seriously think about though when I was a believer. You know, if there is intelligent life, what is their status with God. You know,
Yeah.
what's
What would
going on with
happen
them
to
and God? Oh, sorry.
but
Go
what
ahead.
would happen? What would happen to all religion though if they landed tomorrow?
Yeah, that's another thing to think about too. Yeah.
Everyone's going to convert to Scientology.
Oh no, 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 no.
Mormonism. Become Mormons or not.
But Michael brings up a good point, though. He really does. Because do they have a religion? Do they even know what it is? And what will happen to our beliefs?
Yeah,
Or
but
people that, yeah.
how many people?
Ooh, you froze. Is
I
that
thought
me?
that was me.
I thought it was me too.
No, he did freeze.
How many people?
He's
He
been
got
abducted.
elected. He's one of the chosen.
You heard the question. How many
Oh my God,
people?
it's the rapture.
Michael, try that again, because you actually locked up for everybody there for a moment.
We thought you were being taken away by aliens there for a second, Mike.
I was. Did you guys lose time?
Apparently we
About 2
did.
seconds. I
No,
don't know,
no,
for some
actually
reason my
we
butt
jumped
hurts, I
ahead.
don't
You
know
lost
why.
time.
You lost time.
Okay, yeah. But I think you was going to address about the religion thing, and that's when you locked up.
Oh, okay. I was
So
just
we
going to
missed
say.
what you was going to say.
Okay, all religion would be in question if they landed tomorrow. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, that's a good point, though.
Well, let's address it. Let's get John. G-dubs. What do you think?
Definitely the major ones, that's for sure. They would take a hard hit. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know Eastern philosophy, religions, or
Seems
whatever
with
you want to refer to
Reuven
them as.
I'm sorry. It seems with Reuven and J-Dubs would be kind of consistent with the Talmud and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be anything unexpected. I mean, as far as a lot of fundamental Christians, they'll be saying, we're being invaded by demons, probably. This is the Antichrist, the false prophets, and all this other stuff.
Probably the Eastern religions might not be affected too much, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's, cause for it to be just, skeptical about the situation. But like I said before, I mean, there's billions of planets, or billions of stars, trillions of planets. I think it's more than a possibility, more than a likely that there's life forms out there.
Yeah, this is
I
what
mean,
goes
it's just
back to
the
what
odds are too high.
this is what I was going back to. I stated earlier the Drake equation that was done in 1961. This guy Frank Drake, claims that given all the calculations of just the Milky Way alone, which is 100,000 to 200,000 light years in diameter. I mean, that's just mind blowing just to think of that. That with just in that galaxy, our galaxy, it's the possibility is 1,000 to 100 million planets can have intelligent life.
Yeah, but Michael brought up a really good point, though, about religion. I'm pretty sure that the major religions would definitely want an audience with the aliens real fast. About the religion and stuff.
Hey, aliens, can you just say that we are right? Just say that. Say you believe us, right? Yeah?
Get out. They'd proselytize right off the get-go. Have you heard the good news?
What if I think more than likely that they would probably proselytize us.
Well, that could be a possibility.
That brings another question. I mean, like you mentioned, that Twilight Zone episode, and it happens in a lot of the movies because it is dealing with how humans would react to alien life, and it would probably be one of aggression. So here, what if these aliens? They want to help us out. They see what's going on. They have a philosophy of non-interference. It gets to a point where we're going to blow ourselves up, and they come here. Listen, we want to help, and our first reaction is to kill them all.
Well, remember Day the Earth Stood Still? That was an excellent movie. I mean, the original Day the Earth Stood Still, where they came and if y'all have seen it, then you know about it, where they came and basically said, y'all can do what you want to, but don't do like wars and nuclear weapons, to kill each other, because we don't want your sickness spreading throughout the rest of the galaxy or whatever.
Yep.
or something like that. You know, they're kind of interfering, but it's mostly like, look, here's the deal. You know, y'all can do a lot better with yourselves than you're doing. You know, you're on a bad road. You know, get off of it.
It'd be no different than interfering where it's just if you were gonna get hit by a car and I want to push you out of the way, I'm trying to save your life. You know, I might say
Yeah,
I interfere with you, but it's for your own good.
yeah.
Yeah, you might push him into another car.
Gee, thanks.
It's a one-way street.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Art, how you doing? Goodbye,
Bye,
Art.
Art.
Bye, Art.
He's in and he's out.
Been abducted by aliens.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we found out they were real and they were here, that would so many questions and things that would come up, and you know that we'd try to find out. That would be a mind job for sure.
Well, here's something I hear from a lot of people who do believe in aliens, and I just want to get your thoughts on it. I hear a lot of them say that if the aliens left their planet and started going to other ones, they have lost all their aggression, and so they would be peaceful. Do you guys think that's possible? Do you think that they would have lost their aggression upon becoming a multi-planet species?
Huh.
What did you say? Say that one more time. Repeat that. I missed that.
Well, from what I had heard, like the people who have drinking the Kool-Aid and they believe 100% that aliens are here and they're getting probed, that for a civilization to go into another, to expand into the cosmos, they would have lost all of their aggression and they're peaceful now.
Oh, oof, oof.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, depending on how much their civilizations evolved, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it kind of makes you think though. If they've advanced so far to travel intergalactic distances and have ships and stuff like that, you would think that surely they're not out bent on conquest. And besides, they probably couldn't eat the stuff we eat anyway. They may have a different metabolism altogether.
Be like, I don't know if anyone ever seen the TV show V.
yes.
Ages ago, I kind of remember it, sort of.
They actually did a remake too.
They did a remake and they didn't finish it. I was so upset.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, for the sake of video, Ruben says to me, there are, God, I don't know how do you pronounce his word? Halachic debates? I don't even know what that means, I'm sorry. In the U.S., Canada, and Israel right now on how Jews should live on Mars, the Moon, other planets, how they should interact with non-human intelligence, and whether or not the divine mandate of Tikkun Olam, perfecting the world, includes other planets. He also says, I gotta scroll up here.
It's pronounced halakha. Halakha.
Halach. Okay.
Halakha.
Bless you.
Oh, Jewish.
Thank you.
Which means Jewish legal debates. Okay, thanks. What else he say? He convert to one of those alien religions, or so he could say, by the goddess. And what else? At Lycos, bullshit.
Right in the middle of a intellectual conversation. Bullshit.
At Lycos, bullshit. They became multi-planet species to conquer and take as many resources to fund their empire.
Personally, that's what I believe they're doing. So.
Well, we're fucked then. I mean, if they believe in empires, oof. I mean, now we got to hear the two wolves story preached to them all day. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
The two aliens.
God's one of them.
It'd be the two alien story.
The two
Almost reminds me of trying to do those rolling R's in French class. Oh, I never could do that.
Grant, you said the great. How you say that, Grant? You have a mic.
I was just playing. I was just saying it
Oh,
would be
okay.
our luck that we would wind up with aliens visiting us that would be from some sort of fundamentalist religion.
Well,
No
The other
evidence
tendency is you
whatsoever to
must
state their case. They have, superior technology just because they've been around longer and they're following some imaginary sky daddy for even weaker evidence that we are. It would just be our luck.
That brings up an interesting point now, because
actually, it
Oh
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
because now here we got, say we have this visitation. They're obviously more advanced technologically. Okay, so now we're kind of given, I guess, some kind of credence, because you're thinking, hey, they must know more, and here they are. They give you this religion now, and saying this is the way, but yet they could be, even though as advanced as they are, messed up just as much as we are.
Exactly.
That's a good thought, though.
It is a good thought. Very interesting. Good
Yeah.
point, Grant.
Yeah.
It could be the short bus of intergalactic travel.
Well, I only state that because you meet a lot of really intelligent people that are really fundamentally into their religion. And I mean, on everything else, they're skeptical, except when it comes to re-examining the evidence of something they followed along since they were, a child. They refuse kind of to look at it.
Yeah,
But
fundamentalist aliens. I mean, it sounds funny, but yeah, but when you think about it, yeah, what if they really were like that, though?
Sure, why not?
Well,
Our
but
dad
Yeah.
allowed us
you
to
know what?
conquer the universe. We advanced from one planet to the other because of the, faith in our whatever imaginary sky daddy.
It'd be kind of funny if I know we look down upon like the Amish or maybe even the Mormons, but wouldn't it be funny if the aliens came here and then converted to like the Amish or something? Like they just gave up all the technology. That'd be fucking weird as fuck.
But I'm definitely coining a new term: intergalactic fundamentalism. Just to be prepared for them.
Oh, careful when you say that in Hangouts, because we might have some Christians who claim that.
Oh man, could you imagine Mormonism to be true when the aliens come in? Oh yeah, the Mormons are right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh, when someone asks me what my theological position is, I'll tell them I'm an intergalactic fundamentalist. Huh?
all right, I'm converting. You've converted me, Brother John.
Yes, I've been visited by aliens, and they converted me to their religion. Yes.
As it turns out, spirit science was right.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a good working idea for a novel there, just so you know.
Yeah.
Or start a religion. I could just start a religion. I'll get that tax exemption.
Yeah. One thing, I still love science fiction, though. I really do. I mean, I used to read it so much. But one of the ideas was, it was like, computers and artificial intelligence if possible, would get more and more powerful to where they would and artificial intelligence could probably achieve its own godhood in a way, and become kind of a godlike being, you could say. I mean, that's going way out there, but
That's transcendence. That's the movie
okay,
Transcendence.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it leaves the mechanical stuff behind and becomes a state of energy or intelligence or something.
But you could see why the government has been so afraid to share any form of information, because it would cause absolute panic and anarchy. Like, how do you tell, your people that, okay, they are more powerful, they have better weaponry, and we are pretty much at mercy to them, but hey, no worries.
Yeah, there was even a story or something, or an idea I'd read where an AI that was powerful enough could actually create its own worlds, in a virtual reality, or its own solar system or something in a virtual reality with um, sentient, AI programs, that thought they were real and alive and everything and having their own civilization. It got pretty complex, but the idea was like kind of, you never know.
Well, thanks to Reuben, Skynet Reuben, to show me that there is a religion, there is a UFO religion that was founded in 1974. Raelism or
Oh,
Raelianism.
Raelians, yeah, Raelians. I
Ain't
forgot
ain't
about
that the
them.
reptiles?
Yeah, I've seen videos on that. Yeah.
They show up every now and then on Matt Dillahunty's show, The Atheist Experience.
I thought they killed themselves.
No, no, no. You're thinking of the, what were those nut jobs that put on the Nikes and the
Was that Chinese? Was that
Heaven's
Chinese?
Gate? That was Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh, Heaven's Gate, right.
Yeah.
Oh no, and all them people dead. Damn.
Yeah, sad thing.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It looks like the Raelians used the swastika as a symbol of peace.
I think that's the Tibetan peace symbol.
Don't they like combine the swastika with a Star of David together?
And I'm just scrolling through the.
Yeah, it's a Star of David, and that's in a swastika. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
used to
kinda-
be really into Ra'el and his movement and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I never believed in it, but I just think he's a fascinating guy. French race car driver claims to have been abducted by aliens in a volcano, and that they told him that the aliens were God, made him a prophet, and he came back to Earth to clone humans. Like, what the fuck is that?
Now, is this popular among? I don't know what the politically correct term is. Oriental people. It's like this, like an Asian thing or something.
Oh, we are still going to get backlashed by the social justice warriors.
Things are Oriental. People are Asian.
Yeah, but I don't want to include the subcontinent of India though. You know, I'm trying to think of what would be, what's the term? You know.
I
So,
think
you
most
get
people
what I'm
just
saying?
call
You
them
get what I'm
Asian.
saying, Grant? I'm not like I don't want to include
Yeah,
Middle
I
East.
understand what you're saying. I don't know what the term is either. I'm sorry.
Well, let's go with Asian. Yeah.
Occidental? No, that's us.
I don't know. Yellow people. I don't know.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Is this where I have to stop the broadcast?
Oh boy.
We
have
just
white-
got flagged. It's okay.
I never got that though. Why do we call white people white people? You know what I'm saying?
Actually, we're not white.
Our skin
Because
is whiter.
We're beige.
Everyone's skin is brown, and the
To different
the color
degrees,
terms
yeah.
are just added to the brown. So if you have brown and add white, you get Caucasian. If you have brown and you add black, you get African. If you have brown and you add red, you get, you know what I mean? It's the thing about our color, skin color that's different.
Well, that's what I'm gonna put that on my application next time. Well, I'm brown plus white.
Brown plus white.
I don't know. You guys all look black and white to me. I think you're great.
And it has the amount of melanin in your skin too, I think.
I'm a little gray, with a little green tint.
With big eyes, right?
Oh God, look what Ruben posted. He put a Star Trek slang, pink skin.
Things.
Oh jeez.
What is that? Is that like a sex thing?
No, that is nerd.
Is that like a derogatory term or something?
I did heard something similar. Someone called me pink dick once. I don't know. I don't know. I can't keep up.
That's awesome.
These terms that people have, I can't keep up. Man.
Yeah. And,
Did they cover?
I couldn't hear you, Michael. You went in and out on me. I need like a flying DeLorean to catch up to you.
pink skin, Dorian slang term for humans, in reference to the pink skin color of some of the first humans that they had encountered.
I think one thing about something from intelligence from outer space is, would their morality be vastly different from ours as well? You know, I mean, how would their moral standards stack up against ours? Would we agree on a lot of things, or we disagree on a lot of things?
Well, who are you comparing it to? Humans disagree on everything.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just wondering, like, an intelligent species from out there somewhere, what kind of morality or standards would they have? You know, would it be something we could even understand, or would it be like us? Because I think we tend to put on other things, our morality or our standards or something. We try to humanize stuff or anthropomorphize. Is that the word?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Ruben's very skeptical of any aliens, huh? Ruben? They're just looking to take over the world. They're very aggressive, huh?
But it does make you think. Hypothetical. If they do exist, just you know, you start thinking of stuff like that.
I think Reuben's just projecting. That's,
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, are we just going to be projecting our own human nature onto their nature? Just like I was mentioning earlier. Say if they're coming in peace, they really want to help, but we just think they're a force coming in to conquer. We're just
Well, you
projecting.
see, they won't have the same morality because they don't have the two wolves.
Oh my goodness.
We can't get away from that, huh? Oh man, Rob versus G-Man. That'd be the perfect. That'd be the perfect thing right there, right? that'd be the debate of the year.
I would pay to watch that.
Let's make it happen.
I just saw a video of G-Man debating a Picurus.
Oh god, no! I think I just derailed my own chat.
Yeah, you did.
There was something else that came up that someone from the aliens from out there, they might bring disease with them, or our diseases might affect them, like in War of the Worlds. But I kind of wonder, though, if we're coming from two completely different biological systems, would there even be any kind of compatibility between us as far as disease or whatever, going either way?
Would they even be able to live in our atmosphere?
Yeah, because you don't know what kind of how they evolved. Because I think sometimes you might hear about, or scientists just talk about, our form of life might not be the only form, carbon-based, or as we are right now. There may be other variations of carbon-based, or there may be something. I think that they've looked into silicon-based, and there would be no compatibility or anything as far as like, they might eat stuff that we couldn't even, digest or anything. So if they come here, they're not coming for necessarily food or anything like that, because there's nothing here they can eat, because it would be so different. At least we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Art. He's going in and out, in and out.
What's going on?
Well, you see, he comes in, he knows we're still talking about aliens. He's like, I'm done.
I don't know. It's a good conversation. I'm enjoying it. There he is.
Art, say what else? What the hell?
And there he goes.
Somebody lock a tractor beam on him.
Now, if he was anyone else, I would think he was just some kind of troll.
I need more power. More power.
I'm trying, Michael. I'm giving her all she's got.
Oh, speaking of, I caught. Did anyone for those who are into Star Trek, I caught a couple of videos. YouTube channel Star Trek Continues. Have anyone seen that one? Because I know there's a couple of them out there.
Is that some fan stuff?
Yeah.
I hadn't watched any. I think I heard something about it though.
If you check it out, they have 2 or 3 videos with full episodes. The guy who plays Kirk, I think, does a great job as far as the mannerisms and stuff. I think he does a really good job.
He's really good at overacting. I love the original series.
It's quite subtle, actually, but you catch it though. But I think it was really done well. Yeah. So yeah, I caught a couple of those episodes. It was pretty good.
Take care, Michael.
Keep shining your light. Go ahead, Michael. Thanks for stopping
Bye,
by.
Michael.
You're leaving on me, Mike? All right.
I didn't see the Turk. Ruben mentioned the Turkish Star Trek. Wow, I hope that has subtitles. Okay, unless anyone want to have any final thoughts on aliens, I mean, we covered a lot of ground here, I think, with just within the hour.
It was good talking hypothetically about them,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
because you just don't know the event might happen. As unlikely as it sounds, it just might happen.
Mhm.
Well, here's something along those lines, and we actually did bring it up, but we kind of skimmed over it. What
Okay.
if they're humans? They're just from a further time.
Oh, time travelers.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a whole different ballgame.
Mm. What kind now? I guess.
Okay, I'm skeptical about time travel. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
what kind of
moving on.
evidence would you need from them now? I think you'd be more skeptical if it was a human form saying they were from outer space or something.
Right, we're the 12th colony or something.
Yeah, bullshit. Get back in your spacecraft, crazy
What was
man.
it? Battlestar Galactica, yeah. Earth was the 12th colony or something.
But, honestly, people say that, so think that's just all BS, or, I don't know, maybe one day we figured it out?
Could be. Well, I think that at least all of us agree that the possibility is there, right? The numbers are there, right?
Yep.
It's just a matter of we differ, I guess, in just whether we've been visited, if there's actually been any kind of encounters,
Yeah.
in extreme cases, abductions, and stuff like that.
And we, did-
Oh,
and we did pretty much go over a lot of, like, if it happened, what were the possibilities of how we would react or whatever, what would happen with religion and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I sure hope they would be more benevolent than us.
Yeah.
I would have to agree to that. We are a pretty messed up species.
Well, if anyone else doesn't have anything to say, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. Last chance for anybody?
Thanks for having us.
Yep, thank you for watching, all 5 of you, maybe. Cross fingers?
How would we say goodbye in alien language? Come on, let's make up something.
Give me your virgins?
What was that thing in Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Da-da-da-da-dum.
Yeah, whatever that meant.
Hey, Art's back, just in time for us to leave.
Art, are you with? There he goes. Okay.
All right,
He might be
we'll do the
having
same.
connection issues.
Well, thanks for listening to this broadcast of God Talk, UFOs and Aliens. We're going to we'll continue the chat. If anybody wants to post a link in the event page, go ahead, or anybody, no problem. We're going to do off air. And for everyone else out there in YouTube land, live long and prosper.